This project, it is a game that has not only managed to be on the status quo on what game development is at the moment, to maybe look retro and look very nice and colorful, but to tackle serious topics and question. And this 17-year-old boy managed to be there, to be on the edge of today, and he added some real innovations to that by the way the game works, by two people playing, not knowing what kind of game the other person plays, and also asking questions about why do I just follow the rules without considering what I'm actually doing, and so on and so forth. So he has managed to put so many levels into his project, and that's why it is the Golden Ica.
Yes, from the first moment I saw this project, I knew this is really something very special. It's unique in a way because it comes in. It appears as if it's like an ordinary, like retro style computer game, but the deeper message or the meta message is a real big one. It deals with life and playing with life. Literally, it's about life and death. The decisions you have to make in life, and even especially the decisions concerning moral or ethic questions.
And he wanted to make a statement, and he did not just write it down or just put it out there in the world, but he made a very complex, well-done game to make the statement, which is really a lot of effort that he put into it. So.
Right. It's everything. It's a lot of work, a lot of brain, a lot of smart tools, but a lot of work as well, and really hard time to put into to get it fixed. It's a challenge, I would say, but a very it gives you back a lot, because it's you have not many occasions as a grown up, especially when your own children are grown up already, and to dive into the world of childhood or was heißt jetzt Pubertät wieder?
Puberty.
Puberty again, of young persons seeing the world with their eyes, having their needs and their demands and their no's and yes, and there you get it from really the age of 7 or even younger, like kindergarten, till the age of 19, and you see the whole range of growing into a world. And dealing with the bigger and smaller questions of life and survival.
It's very inspiring because, as you said, you get a glimpse into that, and also, especially the young ones, they do not produce art for an audience, and they are not influenced by, several canons and several other artists, but you take it, but they just do what they think they want to do. And it's mostly for themselves, and you just have the privilege to be able to see it and have to express your thoughts about it.
Yeah. And it's really hard work, because you cannot never, as a grown-up, you cannot see something through children's eyes. You must not think that you are able to. But at least you have to take it seriously. As a piece of art, a work of technique, or I don't know, computing or engineering, and you even have to let compete it with your measures, with your grown-up measures, because they deserve it. That we don't, like we duck because they are so small, and for a child it's good enough. Of
No.
course, for a grown-up we would just like do this. No, the contrary. It has to stand for eternity, or you know, it's when we give a price, it's more than like
A lollipop.
yeah, a lollipop. It's really because there is something, and we are convinced that it will last.
We owe them to be
Yeah.
very strict in our decision,
Yeah.
because only then we can take them seriously. I am not sure whether the youngsters are thinking so very much about the future. I think that's an adult thing to do. They do think about their present, about the current state of the world and of their lives and of society, which is actually the more clever thing to do, because that's the thing.
Yeah.
We grown-ups always think about what will happen in the future. We worry and we hope and we build up for something that might happen sometime, but they take what is and work with that, and that is a very different angle and perspective, and that's what I really learned again in the past few days.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what to add, because that's it. They live in the very moment, very conscious for what they are surrounded by and what the problems are. They are, because often people nowadays say, well, young people are so unpolitical, and we were much more critic. In the 68, we were going, you know, like demonstrating against establishment and so on. It's the same today, but with completely different tools and in a completely other way. But there is, young people are as critics, as political, as, I don't know, sharp-minded as every ages before, in every ages before.
But not as cynic as we have grown.
Yeah, not yet. In the first moment, I thought, well, when I was 3 years ago, I remember there were much more interesting projects, because my memory, you know, made it into a like nostalgical aura of something, because we had awarded already, and there was a golden Nika, and there was the honorary mentions and so on and so forth. But looking together with all my other colleagues within the jury on the big screen, we faced from the first day on how much really, really good projects are. And this year there were really many projects on such a high level that it took us really until the last second we had to make our decision for all the categories. And this is a sign how high the quality was. It was not so you couldn't realize it in the first moment, because it was so widely spread.
The average was so high.
Yeah, but it was very, very, very high.
Yeah, I was surprised by how fast the standards are changing, because many projects that we got this year, which I considered like good, solid, but not like the tools that we are looking for, would have probably won the Nika a couple of years ago. So the standards are changing so very fast with the young ones, regarding to how they edit videos, how they do games, how they do everything. They are. I don't think we can catch up with that in a couple of, I don't know, days.
No.
They are really moving so fast. That is.
There is one
impressive.
big source which is called internet, and they have it.
Oh, yeah.
They can go there They can go to every place in the world or in the universe even, and they don't need us to tell them how the world looks like.
They use it naturally.
Pick
It's
out
their home.
Yeah.
We're just visitors, getting some cake and tea there.
Yeah.